The world is taking notice as several European nations and Canada issue travel advisories warning their citizens to adhere strictly to U.S. entry rules or risk detention. This development comes as President Trump's administration intensifies immigration enforcement, prompting concerns among international travelers. Welcome to In the Know News, where we break down the stories that impact your world with sharp analysis and factual insight. Denmark, the United Kingdom, Germany, Finland, and Canada have all revised their guidelines after reports emerged that travelers from these nations have faced detention or deportation by U.S. immigration authorities. These updated warnings are not merely routine advisories. They reflect a shifting stance on immigration policy that is creating new challenges for foreign visitors. A significant concern driving these warnings is the enforcement of visa rules and entry conditions, which the U.S. State Department has emphasized as a key measure for national security. Prohibiting travel into the United States by those who might pose a threat or violate conditions of their visa is key to protecting the American people, a spokesperson for the department stated. However, the scope of enforcement appears to be broadening, affecting individuals who previously may not have been flagged. Germany recently updated its travel advisory after reports that some of its citizens were detained upon arrival in the U.S. The German Foreign Office now explicitly warns that obtaining a visa or clearance through the Electronic System for Travel Authorization (ESTA) does not guarantee entry, as the final decision rests solely with U.S. border officials. The advisory urges travelers to carry proof of return travel, such as a plane ticket, to strengthen their case at the border. German consulates have acknowledged receiving reports of detained citizens and are in communication with their families and U.S. authorities. Similarly, the United Kingdom has cautioned its residents that failing to comply with U.S. entry rules could lead to arrest or detention following an incident where a British tourist was reportedly detained at the U.S.-Canada border. In Denmark and Finland, the advisories go a step further, highlighting a policy shift that affects transgender, intersex, and non-binary travelers. With the U.S. now officially recognizing only male and female gender categories on passports, travelers whose documents list a non-binary X gender marker or a gender different from their assigned sex at birth could face entry denial. Finland's Ministry of Foreign Affairs specifically cites this as a consequence of an executive order by President Trump. Denmark's updated guidelines also emphasize the importance of consulting with the U.S. Embassy before traveling under such circumstances. Canada, too, has revised its guidance, warning that visitors staying longer than 30 days must register with the U.S. government, or they could face penalties, fines, or even prosecution. This advisory highlights an increasing level of scrutiny applied to even short-term foreign travelers. While this is not the first time countries have issued travel advisories for their citizens visiting the United States, previous warnings were largely related to concerns over gun violence. In 2019, following a wave of mass shootings, Uruguay, Venezuela, and Japan all issued cautionary statements about safety risks associated with widespread firearm access in the U.S. The new advisories, however, focus explicitly on immigration enforcement, marking a shift in the concerns international governments have regarding U.S. policies. Beyond the immediate travel implications, there are potential economic consequences to consider. The U.S. economy benefits significantly from tourism, with over 13 million travelers from Western Europe visiting in 2024 alone. A report by Tourism Economics suggests that visitor spending could decline by 12.3% this year, translating to a $22 billion annual loss. Travel from Western Europe, which accounted for 37% of overseas tourism to the U.S. last year, could decrease due to the administration's policies, as well as broader geopolitical concerns such as trade tariffs and foreign relations. As President Trump continues to push for stricter immigration policies, international travelers are being advised to exercise caution, comply with entry requirements, and remain aware of changing regulations. Whether these travel warnings will deter visitors in significant numbers remains to be seen, but they underscore the global reaction to the administration's evolving approach to border security. Stay informed with In the Know News, where we bring you the facts and analysis that matter. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. What do you think about these travel advisories? Share your thoughts in the comments below.